I must say first that I represent a country which is the poorest in European Union, the poorest country, and so the first difficulties are economic and rather than social. So economic difficulties, and also, as you may know, Bulgaria was for years under totalitarianism, communism. Freemasonry was absolutely forbidden. There was absolutely no democracy. So Freemasonry, when Freemasonry started again, it corresponded to a very important aspiration of women for spirituality and for being able to have a democratic life and to develop democratic values. So the main problems now are, in my opinion, economic in our countries, definitely. And it's pretty difficult for the average Bulgarian woman to be able to take time and some money too, and to have a free spirit to develop Masonic research. Most of the women Freemasons are very young. They are active. They are involved in active life, and they are professionals. And so, well, it attracts. We do a lot of communication through networks, really, but discreet, of course, but it's developing like that. Well, the profile is a young, professional, urban woman. In Bulgaria, it's a very small country, 6 million inhabitants, and 1/3 lives in the capital. I think it's the same thing as Chile, by the way. But, so 2 million inhabitants in Sofia, the capital. And most of the sisters come from the capital or another big city in the south. And also we have a lodge in the north, in a very small city, but which has a tradition of universities and actually of Freemasonry, male Freemasonry, in the 19th century. As you know, originally Freemasonry was forbidden for women. But in France, starting 18th century, already women broke the rule and wanted, in the Enlightenment, the center of the Enlightenment, women had an important role. And in France, there were women Masons as soon as the 18th century. Now, we were born from the Women's Gran Logia of France, as many obediences. So we have inherited the values of this century and of France, which allowed women, before any other country, taking part into Masonry and taking responsibilities, because women's Masonry gives the opportunity to women to rule something, to organize themselves, to have responsibilities as in an association, which they are very often bereft of, which very often they are not allowed to assume in everyday life, in society. So it definitely helps women, I think, to take responsibility and to become aware of their importance of involvement and commitment, and of breaking the stereotypes, gender stereotypes of traditional family.